Divine greetings, beloveds. Can't you feel it? By now, you are feeling it. Now that we have truly transformed and are in this retrograde portal, as well as the 7/7 portal day. So let's dive in. So much goodness, so much big astrology happening for us right now. In fact, I wanted to wait until the hour of 7 on this 7/7 power day to really anchor in the energy of the number 7 with the sunset. As you can see, I'm having the sunset really reflecting on me because I want to reflect that out to each and every one of you at this hour of 7 during this 7/7 portal. So this 7/7 portal is not only a special day for me, and I'll get into that, but also big astrology. Why big astrology? Because Uranus has now gone into Gemini. And so for the next 7 years, we are going to feel the rebellious energy of Uranus really wanting us to be liberated and free and share our true self. And then with this Gemini so there's going to be a lot of energy around us talking, communicating. But wait, we got Mercury retrograde coming up, and we also already have 3 other planets in retrograde. And I've only been talking for 1 minute and 30 seconds, but we've got some big astrology. And so welcome to this week's Astro Alchemy. So much going on. So I'm going to start first of all with this, why 7/7 is so important to me. For me, it is the beginning of me doing my 42 spiritual laws of Ma'at. It is the activation point for me to really anchor into my spiritual practice of that, as well as wearing as much white as I possibly can, because this is a purification time as well. And this is the time when the Sirius star is at its height, as well as the Nile New Year, and so much. So let's dive in. So enough about me and my personal journey, but if you want to find out more, please follow me on Chart and Soul Astrology on IG, and where I will be diving into more of this. Why? Because it is needed. Why? Because it is my birthday time. Why? Because it anchors in for me the rest of the year, coming back to this 42 spiritual laws of Ma'at that I am so grateful to do, and during this time of the Sirius star alignment, and I'll get into more of that in the next video, but also the Nile New Year. So it's a very spiritual time for me, and as it should be for all of us, because right now we are really in this portal of magic and of power. We're coming into our retrograde summer. So we've already got 3 planets, in retrograde, and very soon there will be 5. And so the planets that are in retrograde right now, and this Uranus into Gemini energy, is all about us really changing. And I'm not talking about, oh, I want to start a new diet. Oh, I'm ready to, this is, I'm ready to move. I'm ready to transform. I'm ready to change my life energy. These are huge cycles, beloveds. This won't again change. When it does change, then it'll be Uranus in Cancer. Oh my gosh, in 7 years. So, but right now we have Pluto in retrograde, and this is where all of the suppressed feelings are coming up. So if you have had some things come up from the past, you can know that Pluto retrograde is working on you, because it's the furthest planet. So it's the things that you haven't thought about, and then all of a sudden they're in your face. This is why this is a time of empowerment, beloveds, and why I'm so excited about the Wellness Club, but I'll share that in just a moment. And so then we also have Neptune retrograde that just kicked in. And by next week, we'll have Saturn retrograde. So yes, by the end of this week, we will have Saturn retrograde as well. So we're not in officially 3, but we'll be in 5 in a matter of days, or in a matter of weeks. And so this Neptune retrograde, remember, Neptune is our spiritual self. So here we've got this transformative Pluto saying, look at stuff from the past. And then with our spiritual Neptune wanting to say, grow, expand, let's look at your spiritual core. And then we're going to have Mercury talking in our Leo around our communication, how we show up for ourselves, how we speak about ourselves, how we speak on ourselves. I'm going to talk about that too. And then we'll have Saturn, which is about you staying accountable. Like, it's time to get on point. So this is all for our good, beloved. Remember, there's always, I was reminded, a silver lining. And so although sometimes the retrograde periods can seem heavy, they are healing, transformative times. And that's what July is all about, because it's not over. Remember too, it's not over. And I say that, and you just heard my voice change, because Chiron is going retrograde at the end of this month, and it will be my Chiron return. And so that's why you heard my voice change, because it is so serious. And yet I'm happy and I'm bright and I'm light about it, because a Chiron return only happens once in a lifetime and around this age, at middle age, which is why a lot of people call it the midlife crisis, but it's usually a Chiron return. So I'll be talking about that, as well as I'll have my Venus return this year. But that's all about me. So for us, beloveds, this Uranus and Gemini energy is going to ask us to really look at where and what and how we are showing up for ourselves. And it's not just about, we hear that Uranus is the liberator. We hear, Uranus is, let your freak flag fly. But also Uranus is the rebel. Uranus is, what do you want? What is the inner rebel about? Almost, it's very similar to that Lilith energy. And so when we put all this together, beloveds, we have to recognize that we're in some of the biggest, astrological time of our lives. And that's why so many people are really starting to pay attention to the cosmos, because we're recognizing that they have an impact on us. And especially this craziness of trying to block out the sun. Not only will that destroy the world and how the seasons work, but it will also trigger illness. And that's why more than ever, we need to be well. And I'm not talking about going to the gym well, well too, but we have to be well in our mind and our body and our spirit. And that's why I'm so excited about what we have coming up. And if you're in our community, you already know. So I will be sharing some more on this in just a couple more days. But let's just say, Egypt is my favorite, and one of the most exotic fragrances and one of the most prized possessions of Egypt is its blue lotus oil. And it has had such a profound impact on my life, especially when I'm doing my 42 spiritual days and really connecting to the energy of that oil, and not just as a perfume, but truly as a spiritual experience and an anointment. And so I've got something very cosmic and very lotus-like coming up for you. So as I said, if you're in our community, you've got to get the glow up meditation, find out what's up, what's next, what's happening. And I've got so much good stuff. It's my birthday season, so lots more to share with you. Stay tuned for more. Follow me also on Instagram at Chart Soul Astrology. I've got so many amazing things coming up for you, beloveds. You are going to be so excited. So you're going to want to make sure you stay tuned in and turned on and keep on shining. So I've got so many good things coming up for you this week. But of course, I don't want to leave you. I was looking, but I've got to check, because today is a 7/7 activation day. So we got to check the color of the day. All right. I love this color. Look at that color. Just going to read a couple of the highlights. So it is Persian Jewel, intelligent, seductive, and sensitive. I don't have my glasses on, and this page is dark. A great sense of humor and know how to read people. So that is today's color astrology, this week's Astro Alchemy. Stay tuned. I am always sharing more on IG, Chart Soul Astrology. Make sure you sign up, get your glow up meditation, especially to keep you calm and in the light during these harsh times that we're dealing with. So I send you so much love and light. And until next time, which will be very soon, beloveds, peace and blessings as above, so below. Tune in, turn on, and stay shining.